Hi everyone, welcome to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen and a happy new year to you. This is our first Facebook Live here in 2019 and we're so glad that you're joining us tonight. And I am really very pleased to have Claire Corbett in the kitchen. Known Claire for a very long time. I've actually went on one of her Macaron classes. I will tell you they are amazing. I came home with that many Macarons from the class. Believe it or not, with such a long journey away, I actually scoffed them all the way home, and John asked me where they were when I got back. There wasn't many. I felt positively sick, but that's what a greedy person I am. But they were delicious, and we used our flavoured icing sugars as well. So Claire has been in the kitchen a couple of times, baking macarons for you, cake decorating. I've got her here to do them again, and she's also brought her own special bun in the oven. Haven't you, Claire?
I have tonight.
Claire's having a baby. So we're very excited about that. So we've got a little addition in the kitchen tonight. So give her the big thumbs up. So for those who don't know Claire, stop breathing in. Did you breathe in then?
I just wanted to explain that I'm glad you said in case people thought I'd just put on a lot of weight since September.
No, that's me, Claire. I put on a lot of weight. So after this live, pop over to Claire's page, which is the Sugared Thistle
Cake Company.
Cake Company. Okay, I always forget that bit. Give it a thumbs up and a like. If any of you are in the Congleton area or find that easy to travel to, Macclesfield, Chester, it's very easy to get to. You want to do cake classes?
Near Chester,
I know it's not near Chester, but it's still on the same road, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Is it not? You get on the M56 and down to Congleton.
No,
down the
can't.
M6.
Down the M6 you can. It's the 56 to Chester.
Yeah, I know. But if you come up the M56 and drop onto the M6.
Yeah, but
you
it's
can
about
it.
an hour away from Chester.
Yeah, it's an hour away, it's near, isn't it? So anyhow, I'm trying to get your customers here, Claire.
Okay.
So if you want to go on a fabulous classes,
Chester.
you should certainly pop over and go on her classes. Stoke-on-Trent's near as well, isn't it?
Yeah, we're not far from Stoke.
Yeah, okay, Macclesfield, Stockport, all that side of Manchester. She does some great classes and she does some amazing cupcake topper classes. They're really very good as well. Well, they're all great. Anyhow, tonight she's going to show you how to make macarons. Now, we don't have the lovely Laura in the office, in the kitchen today. She's poorly. Somehow Laura managed to fall through the ceiling roof, putting the kitchen decorations away over the weekend.
Christmas decorations?
Christmas decorations, what did I say? Kitchen decorations. So I really shouldn't laugh, but I have to, especially when she told me her leg was dangling through and her mum was holding it. Wasn't quite sure what was going to happen there.
She's not badly hurt though, that's why we're laughing. She's fine, she's just a little bit sore.
She did have a sense of humour this morning. Yeah. Anyhow, so Laura doesn't feel that she could sit in the chair today, so she's not here. But we do have John in the kitchen. Hi, John.
Hello.
Now, my problem is keeping John in one place and hope that he's not going to be running up and down the fridge raiding it. So we're going to try and keep him still so he can concentrate on what Claire is doing. We also have Maria in the kitchen. Hi, Maria.
Hi.
So you're going to be seeing Maria buzzing around soon, hovering over Claire's shoulder, filming as she usually does. So please do enjoy this live session. I've got a few things that I need to tell you and I'll get them out of the way quickly. We've put on lots of classes for this year and I'm really pleased to announce we've just put on the Queen of Hearts Couture Cakes class. And if John could just bob over to this camera, if he just concentrates for a moment, because he's not looking. So come on, John, you'll be sat again if you carry on. So if we just bob over to here, can we see that? So this is an amazing class. Valerie and Christina are coming up. If you have not met Valerie and Christina, then you are missing out. But most people in the cakey world know who Valerie and Christina are. They are part of the Queen of Couture Cakes. And you can come on the class and make 18 of these beautiful cupcakes. They're going to show you their special recipe using our flavoured icing sugar as well. They are going to show you how to make all these pretty designs. It is a fabulous intensive class, but you will love it. Okay, so you can book now. So come on back, John. Julie Crompton and Richard Crompton, if they're watching, are going to love this because they love it. John, which camera are we on? John.
I love Julie. Julie's gorgeous, yeah.
So, so that class is a fabulous class.
Yes, they are watching.
They're watching, great. So it's £245 for that class. You can pay a deposit. If you want to pay the deposit, just ring the office, pay a deposit. As long as the balance is paid in full the week before, that's fine. And that is with any of the classes that we offer. I do have a class on Saturday. It's a baking class. I still have 2 places left available. It's £125. You're going to make cheesecake, brownies, shortbread. You're going to make a 3-layer sponge, a chocolate sponge. You're going to make chocolate buttercream, white buttercream. You're going to use the nifty nozzles to decorate. You're also going to make ice cream, loads of things, £125. It's an absolute bargain.
Laura is watching. She's
Is she watching?
She's well enough. She said to be back soon.
Hi Laura. Hope you didn't mind me telling them about you dangling through the ceiling. I just think it's so funny. Sorry. Should be serious about work colleagues. Anyhow, yes, so it's an absolute bargain of a class. I don't know how long the student's going to be here for the day, but I have got a lovely helper, Karen Naylor, who's agreed to come along at 7 o'clock in the morning and help me in the kitchen get set up, which is very kind of her,
That's
isn't
really
it?
nice, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And she paid for the class as well.
Really?
Look at that,
I
isn't it?
need one of those.
Yeah, and then we
Desperately
need
need
more
one.
students like that who want to come 2-3 hours early to help set up. So that's that one. We've got loads of new goodies on the website. Our warehouse is nearly completed, okay? The refit has been going extremely well. We're nearly there. All the new lights have gone in. It's such a pleasure to work there now. Everything's so much easier to pick. We have got a little bit of gold box mania going on, and as soon as I can get rid of all them, that would be great as well. We are introducing new products. We're going to use the Sweeter Polenta sprinkles tonight, which you're very excited about.
Sweeter Polenta.
Sweeter Polenta. Well, what are they called?
Sweeter Polenta.
We've got our own version.
It's definitely not polenta.
Doesn't matter what they're called, they're very pretty. And Claire was very excited to know she
Very.
was allowed to use them tonight. So that makes it even more important. She was overjoyed about them. But they are absolutely beautiful. We are not doing a Facebook Live on Thursday because I still have to now go and reorganise the office. We're on that. And then next Monday, I do have Gwen Powley here in the kitchen. She is going to be showing you a DK applicator again. And she wants to talk to you about her new group, the Cake Army. So she'll tell you a little bit more about that. And that's going to be a very interesting evening. So make sure you do come along and join us. And then for the last 2 weeks in January, there's only going to be Thursday sessions. And that's going to be Laura, my daughter. She'll be here on Thursday mornings at 11 o'clock for 2 Thursday morning sessions because John and I are going on a much needed holiday. I'm going to feel sorry for me. I need this holiday. So I'm actually not going to take my phone or my computer, and if you believe that.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
So, John nearly believed it then. But anyhow, I will still be somewhere there working away while I'm on holiday, but we're going away on holiday. And then we're back for February, and we've got every Monday filled. So we've got Marion Frosting on the first Monday, Amy Sweet Stamps on the second, on the 9th. We've then got, can you remember? I sent you the list. Don't tell me I forgot who it is.
What, 16th? The Macaron and Christina?
I can't remember it is.
It's because they're doing a class on the 16th.
Yes,
then
they
they're
are.
doing a Facebook Live on the Monday
No, but we've got
after.
somebody else in. I've got 2, and we'll be doing a live on the Sunday with Valerie and Christina.
Oh.
I can't think who is on the 17th. Carol Haycox, that's who's in. FMM Cutters. And then we've got Karen Davies in on the 25th of February. So we've got a full month of Mondays and a Sunday session for you there with Valerie and Christina. They're going to do a little demo for you. So that's after they've done the class on the Saturday. On the Sunday, they're going to decorate a cake for you as well. So I'm sure we're going to get loads of thumbs up for that. As per usual, our wish list is up and it's available. All the things that Claire is using tonight is in the wish list. So if you want those, you just go to the front of the page and you'll see it up there at the top. And I think it's time I got on.
Yeah, leave me to it.
Yeah. So
Crack
just
on.
to be sure, what number do you want the oven on?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not
And I
yet.
shall get you some baking pans.
Yes,
yeah?
please.
Good. Oh, sorry. I'll see you later.
Thanks very much, Carol.
You're welcome.
So this is actually the 3rd time I'm here making macarons. So I have actually skipped ahead and done a little bit of the prep beforehand for you guys. So we're just going to get straight into it. Now, I've had a rather long day today and I've got serious baby brain as well. So I forgot to bring the cream of tartar with me. So we're just going to make it without. It makes no difference really. It's just about stabilising the meringue, but we don't need it. We will be fine. So I'm going to go straight in with my egg whites. So this is 115 grams of egg whites, which is loosely 3 large egg whites. So I just do 3 large egg whites. I don't bother weighing them. I'm going to pop those straight in to the stand mixer. And pop our head back down. And I'm just going to release the whisk attachment. There we go, just so it touches the bottom of the bowl. And I'm going to switch that on. Makes a bit of a clacky sound when you do that, but just means it gets all of the egg whites. So we're just going to keep an eye on this until it turns into a foam that's got none of the sort of yellowy greeny liquid left in it. And that just takes a couple of minutes. Okay, so we've got a nice foam there, so I'm just going to lift up our mixing head and reattach the whisk there. If I can figure out the KitchenAid. KitchenAids don't like me. I'm a Kenwood girl and it knows. I'm going to pop that back down again. Start whisking. So now we've got it at the foamy stage. We want to be on a medium heat, I would say. It's not a heat, it's a speed. Baby rain. I will keep saying things like that all night, just ignore them as best you can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start raining in some caster sugar, and this is 100 grams. And by the way, Maria has got the recipe there for you, and it's already on the Sugar and Crumbs recipes website anyway. It's been there for a couple of years now. So we're slowly raining in that sugar, and what we're doing is basically just making a meringue. Adding it bit by bit. Okay, and we're all in. What we're going to do now is just look and wait for it to become sort of marshmallowy, which doesn't take long at all really. Which I will say for a KitchenAid, it's a lot faster for making meringues than a Kenwood is. I don't know why. Well, than a Kenwood K-Mix is. I don't know why, it just is. I find that it takes forever sometimes in the KitchenAid. But as we can see, hang on, are we here or are we up here?
We're up here.
We're up here? Then I will show you. In fact, I'll just move the bowl. I won't take that off because I'll never get it back on again. So you can see we're quite fluffy. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now we're going to add in our colour. So I've got to take this off anyway. There we go. Because I like to add the colour to the whisk. And we're using the Fractal Pink.
It's a great colour, that one.
I love it, but from previous experience, I only want a little bit, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
So I'm going to wait for this to dry.
Just so everybody knows, the Fractal range is suitable for halal diets, vegetarians and vegans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's really, really strong.
Yeah.
Really powerful. You only need a tiny little bit. So, whisk back on. Back down again, and off we go. So we're looking for quite a nice soft pink, which I think this should be. And we're just going to keep whisking that now until we get a nice firm peak on there, which again won't take long in the KitchenAid.
So Claire, we've got a fabulous audience, over 250 people watching you at this moment, so that's great.
Bad,
Yes, no, very good, we're very happy with that. Okay, lots of lovely comments. They said the reason is lots of hubbies are watching football.
Right, yeah, I understand that.
So, let's see. Yeah, they're all watching the puppy by it. What are you missing, John? Because you're normally footy, aren't you? I bet you're devastated you've been brought into here.
There was a question about when do you add the cream of tartar?
Oh, straight in with the egg whites. So it'd be as soon as you put the whites in the bowl, cream of tartar in with them, and then start whipping just to get to that foam stage.
We've got lots of lovely likes as well, so everybody is here.
Oh,
Good.
thanks, guys. Okay, so what I'm looking for now is when I pull up my whisk, a firm peak, which we have already. So we're looking for about 11 o'clock on our peak, and that is absolutely perfect.
Well, that's 11 o'clock to you, but this way, it's 1 o'clock.
Let's go that way then.
Just in
11
case
o'clock.
anybody's confused.
Well, it depends on
I was
which
looking
way.
at it thinking,
Which
I've
way
had a
you
really
thinking?
hard day today.
Told you my brain wasn't
is it
working.
better to be using a metal bowl or a glass one?
It doesn't make a difference with this for your mixer. Glass bowl works absolutely fine as long as it's nice and clean, the same as with your metal bowl. The only thing that you shouldn't really do later on is use any plastic bowls, just because they hold grease and it will lose the fizz.
Well, that was your lovely friend Kaz Gibson asking you that question.
Hi, Kaz.
So, and Sharaday George says she loves the colour of your hair.
Oh, that's faded bottle ginger because I'm not supposed to dye it at the moment, but thank you very much. Put that one there. Okay.
They're laughing at me for spotting the 1 o'clock. I'm amazed I did spot it.
I'm amazed you spotted
I know. Elaine Lawson says, well spotted, Carol. Susan Richmond said, trust you. And Wendy Ann Preston said, I was confused.
To me, it was a definite 11 o'clock. Right.
Palvi, Claire is using the KitchenAid. That's what she's using today.
Okay, so I'm just popping half of this meringue mix into this bowl here. Now, in my glass bowl here, I have, I'm going to put that there. Put that there for a second. I have a mixture of icing sugar and ground almonds. So I've got 200 grams of the flavoured icing sugar in there, and I've got 115 grams of ground almonds, and all I've done there is sieve them into the bowl together. Anything that's too big, almond wise, to go through the sieve goes into the bin. Don't worry about making up a bit more for what you've lost there. It's fine, it all works itself out. So what we're going to do now, are we, yeah?
No.
We're going to fold our meringue in 2 parts into our almond and icing sugar mixture. So really, there's only 4 ingredients for macarons, and they really are this way quite simple, pretty foolproof to be honest.
Well, Maria makes macarons. Okay, so where you said they don't need cream of tartar, Maria used...
Don't do this at home. Do not do this at home.
Well, I have to tell you, they taste amazing. Maria uses
Self-rising flour.
self-raising flour.
Maria
It
plays
tastes
by her
so
own
good.
rules, and it shouldn't work. It really shouldn't work.
I can't tell you how shocked Laura and I was. We really thought she'd got the English language muddled up when she was telling us. We were like, no.
Oh my gosh.
But she's brought them in and everybody loves them. So what do we think of our bubblegum flavoured?
It smells amazing.
It's good, isn't it? It is
smells
nice.
really amazing.
Yeah.
I can't believe I've used it for buttercream, but I've never used it.
For the meringues.
Just never done that before.
It does smell good though, doesn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
So we're using bubblegum flavoured icing sugar. I thought I'd bring something different in because we always use salted caramel, strawberry,
Raspberry.
all the other ones, don't we? So you know what, let's just give it a go at something else. And it's such a delicious flavour.
Okay, I'm going to add the rest of the... I'm just going to use a different spatula so I don't make a mess. Making sure I've got all of that.
There's a hi from Gail Carter. You know Gail?
I probably do,
Yeah.
but my brain doesn't work at the moment, so...
Wait till you get to my age, it totally seizes up. I can't remember anything.
I was fine. I'm hoping my brain will get some of its capacity back, but I'm being told by people it's gone for life now.
Some lovely comments here. So, Kim Tilling, I love Claire Corbett.
Aww,
See?
I love Kim Tilling.
Yeah.
She's such a babe.
Cheryl Lee.
Oh, hi Cheryl.
Yeah. Oh, we've got a gentleman who's not watching the football tonight. Richard Wright. Right. I'm not watching the football.
Okay, we're nearly there.
Yeah, so will John be able to get a close-up of that, what you've done there? Because it's quite important, this bit, John.
It really is.
Yeah.
Can we zoom a little bit right here while I'm doing this? Just for this stage.
Yeah. So you may have to hold the camera over, John.
Can I come a little bit closer to you? or-
Yeah,
Is that good?
perfect there.
Okay.
So you need to tell them why this is important.
Right, this is really, really, really important, this stage now. I'm all mixed in and I folded it so I didn't knock out too much air, but that is way too thick. And what's going to happen if I leave it like this, when they go in the oven, they're going to explode and crack at the top. So to avoid that, we need to knock back some of the air, but still try and keep some of the air. So the best way
We're
to
going to
show
try and knock
you
back
is just
half
to
of
show
the
you.
air.
Yeah. So it's... I don't know where I was going with that sentence, I'm sorry.
Don't know. Knock back half of the air. You're going to show them it's too thick.
This is how we do it. We're gonna drag the mix up the sides of the bowl, and then we're going to scrape it back down again, making sure we get right to the bottom, and then we're going to bring it back up again.
It's quite a nice way to knock it out, that actually, isn't it? Mm.
It's easy to see when you're doing it this way, because if you're just sort of giving it a good beat in the bowl, you can't really tell.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like it's getting there because we've got some movement. It's sort of sliding back down the sides of the bowl.
I think this is one of the crucial stages people make a mistake.
It absolutely
I think
is.
when they're mixing it, it's all great, but when they get to this bit, this is where they go wrong. Oh, Robert Allen says he's not watching the football either.
Hi, Robert. Keep it going. You see it's getting looser. Can you see it's coming
Yes.
down a little bit faster
Sliding
now?
down a bit faster, isn't it? So guys, make sure you remember this step, because anybody who uses this recipe that Claire's been showing us for years now, and they follow her exactly how to do it, they have amazing results. We have had a couple of people who have said they've done it and can't do it, and it's always because you've missed a step. And I think there's two steps that are really important, and this is one of them, and Claire will get to the next one.
Very shortly. Okay, I think we might be very close there. Now, I always say I could tell you to do that 10 times, it might be too much. I could tell you to do that sort of 5 times and it might not be enough. You know, it's one of those things where you have to judge it by eye. It all depends how much air you knocked out during the folding process, so there's no set rule. You've just got to use your eyes and see what it's like. One more go and I think we could be there. and that looks pretty good to me.
It smells amazing. I can't believe
It
how
really
nice
does,
it smells.
doesn't it?
Mm.
It smells really fruity though.
Well, it is, isn't it? Sherbet.
Mm.
It's not sherbet, is it? Bubblegum.
Bubblegum.
Yeah. So for the repeated recipe, the recipe is on our website. If you pop over to our recipe website, which is sugarandcrumbsmixingitup.com, the recipe is there. We can't repeat it on the live because the amount of people that keep asking you to repeat, Claire will be here till she has this baby. So here we go. So we've got these lovely, nice, big pink piping bags. John, what camera do we need to be on?
Who's going to hold the bag for me?
It looks like that's me then, doesn't it?
Nobody else volunteered me get. Which I would normally do on my own.
They would love to see Johnny. Did you see him go all quiet and like, oh? He's got the pink shirt on.
I know, I was just about to say, he matches the mixture, so.
Are we on the camera there, John? Can you see? So you do need big piping bags for these. Don't try and do these in your little ones. And I've got out, Claire, 2 ways of putting them onto your putting the meringues, putting the macarons on, and that is I've got out a silicone sheet, and I've also got out the parchment paper, baking parchment.
Mm.
And this little mix is not a little mix, it's actually large. It goes a long way, doesn't it?
Yeah. Not a lot of 4 ingredients, but it because it's a meringue base, it really expands. Right. That there. And the hands are quick like. Thank you, Carol.
I love pretty pink bags.
Right, so you don't need this all again? I don't, thank you. Right, I'm just going to leave that to the side for 1 second. And I have a silicone mat, and I have some easy bake parchment. Was it last time I was here or the time before? Do you remember when I couldn't tear the parchment? What was I doing? What was I doing time
No
before?
idea, but you've got no baby brain excuse then.
No, I was just,
That was
I was
just a
just
Claire.
really embarrassed that I couldn't rip a piece of paper. So I noticed I went straight for the scissors and I didn't even do that well today.
Yes, we do sell the large piping bags. They're on the website and they are in the wish list as well.
Okay.
Just tuned in. Who has bump news? Claire Corbett has bump news. She has a bun in the oven. Due in June, did you say?
June, yeah.
Yeah, that's not long actually, is it?
Don't, Carol, don't, because I'm terrified. Okay, so today I've just cut a small hole in the bottom of the bag. I'd say the diameter of that hole was about 3 centimetres.
No.
That would be huge. This is about 3 millimetres. Oh, Carol, stop it. Stop laughing at me.
We was talking about deliveries before.
So scared.
So just make sure
scared.
we got, is this 3 mils?
Yeah, it's about 3 mil. Yeah. So 3 mil.
John's just confirming.
No, that's about 5, 6.
I was going to say I thought it was about 5 or 6 mils. So.
It definitely isn't. That's just the extra bit of plastic
Oh, is
there.
it?
Promise you.
Right, okay. Should we just let the audience have a look? Do you want to show it to the camera? Can you make this camera active?
Yeah.
Has anyone got a coin that we can put next to it for size reference? Or the 5p or something next to that, John? You got a penny? Should we be having this much fun?
Oh, actually, do you know what? Next to a penny, yes, it is small, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, great. Good. Here's your penny back, John.
Feel justified now. Okay, so I'm just going to pipe out some circles. What you can do is draw circles in pencil. I just use a circle cutter, draw round them with a pencil all on one side, and then turn the paper over before you then pipe onto it. So it just gives you a bit of a guide, but I'm just going to freehand it because I can.
So lots of congratulations, and somebody's just asked Karen Naylor if we're going to deliver the baby bump by Hermes. I hope not. Hope you're going to pop into hospital
Like
for that delivery.
Do you know what? If Hermes could do it for me, I would totally pay for that service.
And
any day
for
of
the
the week.
people who have just asked, yes, this is Claire's first baby.
That's hence the terror, the sheer terror in my eyes.
You'll be fine. So, are we watching all these are yet? So how do you always make them exactly the same size? They look the same size.
But they're really not. But they'll spread a bit more anyway when I tap them in just a moment. But it's generally I squeeze and count, so it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop squeezing and pull away to the side.
See, that's good. Just do that a few times so they get it. We'll do the next one.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop squeezing, pull away. And notice that my bag is really close to the mat as well.
Yeah.
And that's because if we're any further away, we end up with these little poops.
So, why Sue Peters has asked, why are you flicking the piping bag? I know.
Right, because if we don't, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we get a peak on top.
Yeah, exactly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and flick away to the side. It almost trims the top of that peak for you. Nearly done with the sheet.
I've got to laugh at Pelvis. She said, now everyone's counting. So come on, everyone, on the next one. Wait a minute. We'll wait till the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop.
There we go, and we'll just move that one to the side for a second. Can we see here?
You're going to have to come a bit further
A
in.
bit further in.
Over
Can you see me here?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of
I've got you on there.
mixture on the back of my parchment, just to make sure it sticks.
So
to sheet.
Claire's actually doing it two ways. You can actually use parchment paper, which is what she's using now, and she's just used a little bit of the Macaron mix to stick it down with, or you can actually use the silicone mat, okay? And with the silicone mat, we do sell them on the website. They are in the wish list as well. There's a plain silicone mat. There's also Macaron silicone mats. So for those of you who are not sure whether you can get your circle perfect, you could then, the reason I'm stuttering, I've just seen a comment, I will come back to it in a minute, but you've got another silicone mat, so you could make this, the macaron, you know what, I might get this out in a minute. You can make the macarons exactly how you want them. So there's just a comment on there by a lady. It's not a typo, it is her joke. I'm not going to repeat it. It's a jokey comment and John's just nearly had heart failure. But anyhow, so that we move on.
I'm dying to know what it is now.
I can't say it.
It is a typo.
It's not a typo, that's what she calls them. So,
Whisper it, mouth it to me.
So Sue Richmond has a name for a Hermes driver and everybody always thinks she's done a typo. She hasn't. It's her funny joke.
Okay. Okay.
And John's just nearly had a meltdown. So you worked on that one, Susan. John's just nearly died.
Okay. Last one.
Everyone's laughing because they're just saying they're all breathing with you while they're counting this. So as you can see, she's done Claire's done this amount of macarons. So you want to show them how much mix there's less? I think you can just do double again, can't you?
Yeah, pretty much. We'll probably get another sheet and a half out of that.
So if you just drop that down there. So you can see there's still plenty of mix left and we're going to use that afterwards anyhow. I'm going to actually have it practice piping some after as well. So there's plenty there.
Okay, we can't leave it in the bag too long though, or else it will, you'll lose all the air.
It's not going soft yet.
Yeah.
So that's me sorting that out.
Okay, so what we're going to do now, really, really important stage, you're going to give these a good bang on the counter.
So when I said there's two important things, this is the second one.
Second important thing, and it just removes any air bubbles, any big air bubbles that we don't want in there, because again that will cause cracking. So I just like to probably do this about 10 times. Not quietly either, I like to really slam them down. But it's important, it's an important stage. Okay, so I don't know if you can see there, if I pull this up to the camera, can you see?
Yep, perfect. Just
That
go
I've
back a little bit.
got bubbles
Oh,
that
yeah.
have come to the surface there.
Yep.
And that's good. That's what
good.
we wanted.
That's
So
a
I'm
good
going
sign.
to pop these to the side and I will show you what happens when they're ready to go in the oven. They form a bit of a skin over the top of them and we'll be able to touch them and nothing will come away in our fingers. So we need to leave them for about 15 to 20 minutes.
And that's important as too. Do not
Really
put them
important.
straight in the oven. So just a few comments about Sue has apologised, John. So she got you there. I have to laugh at Kat Riley. She said, hands up if you scrolled up the comments to see. Kaz Gibson was very
do that later.
Gibson. She was very clever. She knew what it was. Anyhow, so guys, I'm going to go and use the rest of the macaron mix. So I'm going to let John shout out questions and comments. We've got a lovely audience. We're up to 279, Claire. So well done. So I'm just going to pass this over to John so that John can be shouting out questions. Have you got it on your own feed? Okay, great. So I'll take this one here. So I've not abandoned you, Claire.
I'm in the wrong cupboard.
In the wrong cupboard, which cupboard?
Yeah.
The fridge.
There we go. Okay, so as a special little treat tonight, we're also decorating a cake and we're going to use some macarons on there. We're going to use some meringues. We're going to do a chocolate drip. We're using some sprinkles. So I've just given it a crumb coat already and I'm going to pop another layer on there. And that way it'll be easier to get our sprinkles on with a fresh layer. Okay, and again this is just buttercream with, I think this one's velvet vanilla, isn't it, Carol?
Yes, it is. Yeah, sorry.
So that again smells absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just giving my buttercream a bit of a paddle. Are we here? Or here?
No, there.
Here. So I was just giving my buttercream a little bit of a paddle there inside the container just to try and take out some of the air bubbles before we go onto the cake. And that's just by rocking my palette knife back and forward. And I'm going to put a nice layer on the cake. Just paddling backwards and forwards, and that helps us to get a nice layer on there without too many bubbles.
Do you want a turntable?
That would be lovely, Carol. Thank you.
We do have them.
You're full of good ideas, aren't you? I did wonder why it was such a struggle.
I'm thinking, why are you doing it like that? But to be fair, I've done that in the past as well.
Who knows, Carol? Who knows why I do anything?
Right, let's get that on there and make sure that we can see it.
Can we get a kind of pinching on slip to
Yeah.
pop underneath?
Yeah, you can.
Pinch that one.
We
Thank you.
sell those as well.
They're a nice handy size, those ones.
I know.
Nice handy
They're
size.
perfect, aren't they?
Okay, so we'll keep coating. And I don't know if you've ever seen me covering a cake before or crumb coating a cake. I always say to my students to work, if you're right-handed, you want to work on the far left of your cake. If you're left-handed, you want to work on the far right. And it's just easier for you to work over your cake like this. You're not going to get anywhere doing this around the front end, so work diagonal to yourself. It's the most natural position to work in.
If you made bigger macarons, such as baking them as supersize, how would you calculate cooking time and adjust?
They don't take too much longer, to be fair. It's just a case that everyone's oven is different. Oh my gosh, Carol, can we have the oven on, please?
How many times have I asked you, do you want the oven on?
No, not yet. I'll tell you when it's time.
Have I said to you, what
Sorry.
do you want it on?
At 1:30, please. Sorry, 1:40. So at 1:40. My bad, I apologise. Yeah, 1:40. It's just a case of watching them, to be honest. Just keep your eye on them in the oven. Give them a test to see if they're done. I usually just pull the tray out of the oven a little bit and just touch one from the centre of the tray, give it a little wiggle. If it moves, it's not ready. If it's not moving, it's ready.
What's the difference between a macaroon and a macaron?
Macaroons are made from coconut, desiccated coconut, and macarons are beautiful French treats. A macaroon, I believe, is an American thing. But I think it's just pronunciation, but a macaron only has one O. And it's almonds, whereas a macaroon is a coconut thing.
Thank you.
But a lot of people pronounce it that way anyway.
Could you use the macaron mix to make a big pavlova?
I don't see why not. I've never tried it, but I think that would be pretty yummy, to be fair.
Pavlova, you got a big macaron.
Well, yeah, it would
You
just
don't
be
get a big pavlova, you get a big macaron.
Yeah, you get a giant macaron shell, which would be gorgeous though, with cream and fresh fruit and things like that in it. That would be so nice, yeah. So just scraping back this fresh layer of buttercream.
So excuse anybody if I hear any banging in the background. How many times? 10 times?
Yes, at least.
In case anyone thinks I'm whipping John.
She is whipping. She's just pretending she's tapping the cookie sheet.
Are you on a real cake or a dummy?
I would like to say it's a real cake, but as you can probably tell, it's light as a feather, so I am actually working on a dummy
It's a dummy.
tonight. Which is why I'm really struggling to hold on scrape at the
But we
same
like
time.
this edge now, you know, after the Harry and Meghan thing. Bringing it up nice
Unfortunately,
and high.
Carol, I don't like it, so it's coming on. I think it looks
That's
messy.
a whole debate, isn't it? See, I like it, me.
I think there's a time and a place for it, maybe.
Yeah.
And on top of those big
You didn't
gold
like it for the wedding cake,
stands,
then?
it was probably not the place. Yeah.
Pardon?
And not with those big gold stands. It just didn't. For me, it didn't look right. But do you know what? It's not my wedding, so
No.
you have what you want, don't you?
Yeah.
Really nothing to do with me. It looked delicious, absolutely delicious, but I just thought it was an odd combination. The big gold stands with the rustic cake.
Hmm.
What size and height is the cake?
It's a 6-inch round, 5-inch deep.
Can you see it on here, John? And what you really need is just a good scraper, isn't it?
Yes.
So we sell scrapers as well, if anybody wants any. So I do invest in a good scraper.
Absolutely.
Right.
Okay, we're almost there. And I'm actually not too concerned about that top edge because we are going to pop a drip on here anyway, so that is not a problem. Let's move that to the side for the time being. And back over
But
here.
Richard's called it a pavaron.
Paveron.
A large macaron.
Yeah, that's a great name. Paveron. Love
Pavaron,
it.
I like that as well.
On that one. Okay, so I'm just going to get ready to do our drip, and I'm also going to get ready for the sprinkles. So we're using the candy buttons to do our drip.
Yep, super.
So we're just going to melt those in the microwave tonight.
So it's always a good question this. Do you know when you're coating the cake, how thick would you do the buttercream? Because I've made this mistake before when I was doing cake decorating, and that was putting the buttercream on too thick, and it only clicked to me last year that you've got to really make it a lot softer, haven't you? A lot looser.
Yeah, you really do. To be honest, that's one of those how long's a piece of string. It depends on what you're going for as well.
Yeah.
If you want some of the cake to show through, then you end up scraping most of it off.
Yeah, so do it very thin.
Yeah, so you only need a little bit. But I always like to put loads on and then take it away rather than struggle. I can't get in this bag. I'm just going to cut it in underneath the thing. It's not me, that, Carol.
Go on, no, you carry on.
It's definitely not me. They've sealed it too low, I promise. Okay, so I'm just going to pop some of these into the bowl.
So last time we used a melting pot, which is great. But I forgot to bring one for when we were doing cake pots last time. But I forgot to bring a melting pot home, and I don't know if I've actually got one here that I own. Do I, Maria?
Maybe yes.
Or did we use Claire's own last time?
I brought three
one.
last
Yeah.
time. But where was I going with that? Oh, right.
I was going to melting. But this time we're going to use the microwave. And do I sell the candy buttons? I do, Julie, but we're out of stock, but I'll have some in by the end of the week. These are the bright white candy buttons. They're lovely.
So I won't be a second with that. I'm just going to grab the sprinkle. Carol, would you like to grab the sprinkles that we've chosen?
Would you like to show them all the sprinkles?
Yeah.
So,
I would love to show all the sprinkles.
why don't we get a little bowl out and show them in the bowl? We've got some more bowls of these, Maria?
That's got egg white in it.
Oh, right, okay.
So I want to keep that
What's
one.
that in?
That's only had sugar in it. So.
That's okay. Oh, Maria's got a load of clean ones here.
Fab.
So you can show them these, okay?
I'm just going to disappear quickly. I won't be back. Onto the microwave. Oh, wow.
Loads of new sprinkles.
Are these bowls not like the microwave, Carol?
Pardon?
Are these bowls not like the microwave?
Well, they are from the microwave, aren't they?
Are they?
Yeah, do you want to put them in another container? Quite
Just
hot.
that the bowl is red hot.
I know, it's that melamine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you want a different bowl?
Yes, please.
Oh, sorry guys,
Okay.
just distracting you. Let me get Claire to show you the sprinkles in a minute while I sort out the bowl.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, sprinkles. So, here all go. Okay, so what we've got is the ones I'm super excited about are the sprinklettis back, and this is the Fiesta bit. And if you can see in there, stars and flamingos.
You can get some out of them in
Pretty
there,
cool.
in the dish if you want.
You can see quite well there, actually.
Can you see them?
Yeah.
Little flamingos, little stars, little dots, and little balls in there. They're quite cool. I really like those.
Claire, I'm sorry for ruining the chocolate. How long?
Just check it every 15 seconds, please, Carol. And then I'm going to save the best for last. I'm going to show you the wilted sprinkles. Again, flamingos. How amazing. Absolutely love those. And we've got some hearts, we've got stars, small hearts. Little crowns actually, they're pretty cool. For doing little princess cupcakes, I think they're amazing. Like those. And we've got the classic confetti as well. Love those. Oh, and we've got the big ones, the silver confetti as well. So, but they're a different size actually. So small confetti and large confetti.
Yeah, we do the gold in the large confetti as well.
Do you? Oh,
And
wow.
we do the silver in the small
In the
confetti
small.
as well.
So you can just basically, the pack size is different and the actual size of the sprinkle in there is different.
And they
So.
taste delicious, amazing. Because sprinkles don't normally
Do they?
taste nice. I know, I keep nicking them. Seriously, honestly, just put a few out and try them. Because I don't know whether
Some are
people
so
realise, but sprinkles don't actually taste great, do
No,
they?
they don't.
They don't. And they always look great, but you hide them on the buttercream or whatever. But taste some of them. I think they taste delicious.
So that's the silver out of the pack. Try a couple.
Claire, do I need to add anything to these to soften them?
I'm going to add some oil. I've got some oil over here, but not until they've melted.
They've not melted yet.
Yeah, not bad.
Right?
Not bad those. The
They're
sprinkles,
delicious, aren't
yeah,
they?
they're pretty good.
Yeah, no, I keep coming in having
We
a
like
bit.
those. Okay. And what we've got last is our Sweets of Melissa range. So these are what I was so excited about using. We're going to use these ones tonight. Yeah, these ones. Should go with our cake. So what we've got is the rods. And in some of these mixes you already get the rods as well. And I think they do the rods in some of the sprinkle mixes that you can get in different colours. Are they in these ones? I am not sure. Quite difficult to see them. Everything that's in them while we're still in the jars anyway. So what we have is, that's a twinkle. Oh, they're all a twinkle range. Have they got specific names on them, Carol?
Yes, on the back. So one's called Soft Serve, one's called Rosy XO.
Didn't twig on that soft serve was the name.
I know, that one fooled me as well.
So that one's soft serve, which is all sort of white, baby pinks, slightly brighter pinks, gold, gorgeous. And the next one is Love Rosy XO, which is all whites and pinks, but there's some really nice, shiny, brighter pinks in there as well, and the pink rods are in that one. Next is the Attention to Detail, which I guess is a play on the tail for mermaid tail,
Yeah,
would you say?
I think so, yeah.
Which is all greens, blues, purples, shiny ones, dull ones.
So happens to be the same.
Beautiful.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. Next up we have the Frosted, which is gold. So in there, can you see if I hold that really
Claire,
close?
these are not totally melted yet, but
That's cool, it'll melt.
do you need to put oil in first?
Ooh, they are thick.
Yeah. Do you want to put oil in?
Yeah, I'll give that. Do you want to take over on the sprinkles?
No.
Okay.
I'll let you do it.
Right, then.
You seem to be enjoying yourself.
Oh, I really like the sprinkles. It's easy to talk about things you like, isn't it?
I've never known anybody so happy when I said she could have these.
Sprinkles! We've got 3 massive containers of sprinkles at our studio.
Yeah.
Can't get enough sprinkles. So I'm holding that up there. You can see that there's all different sizes of balls in there that are gold or white ones as well. There's little discs in there. There's the vermicelli sort of style strands that they call.
Yeah.
Sugar strands.
When you
And
open
little
them
gold
out, there's
stars.
actually loads more in there. I was
Yeah,
actually
you can't see
surprised
it all.
that when you actually open them, there's actually about 10 or 11 different sprinkles.
I've just seen that there's white stars in there
Yeah.
as well.
And you'll find that there's a really tiny ball in there, dragée in there.
Yeah.
Because I ended
really
up opening them and sprinkling them out, and that's what I was looking at the combination. There's about 10 to
Have
11.
they been opened?
Yeah, you can open
Oh,
them.
do you want me to?
Yeah, that's what I was saying to you.
I didn't, I thought if they've not been opened,
Yeah, they've been
don't
opened.
bother. Right, so this is the
Soft serve.
soft serve. So you can see, just go a bit more
Yeah.
in there. You can see everything that's in that one.
You see that okay, John?
I'd have to say is
John
my
was so engrossed then he
favourite.
couldn't say anything.
Sorry. I get excited and I do things so proud. Because
It
it's shiny
loses,
and I think...
as you move
yeah.
it loses focus.
Sorry.
Claire, does this
Beautiful
stiffen up
bag.
again, or do I need to keep putting it in the microwave?
Just leave it with me because it looks like it's not the best.
Leave it with you to save.
Yeah.
But you know what's a good tip for your talent to save it, because I know how to ruin buttons.
Thank you for the update on the football, everyone.
I don't even know who's playing.
Wolves, Liverpool.
Exciting stuff then, Wolves Liverpool. Okay, so this is our mermaid one, which is Attention to Detail. You can see in there all the little bits and pieces. I can't see it now though, so Carl's
Well,
going
if you
to
look at
describe
it, there's a dark blue strand, a green, a light blue, a bigger dragée green ball, a sort of pearly one. There's 3 types of blue ones in there. There's a purple one, a lilac one. There's so many different things in there when you
And
actually
there's
look at
stuff
them.
in the pack still that probably
And
isn't in
these
this
taste
one.
delicious.
Do they?
Yeah, well,
The choco balls. Are they right?
chocolate.
Love
I'll
that.
just taste a few more.
I'll just give one of those.
Those medium ones are a bit,
They're nice though.
yeah, they're nice, aren't they? The big ones are chocolate. The one we're here.
Yes.
She was waiting.
Right. I'm going to move over to this one, which is Always a Bridesmaid.
I've got any more clean balls.
There's blues, pinks, whites, there's shiny ones, there's non-shiny ones, there's hearts, there's strands, there's dragées in there. Looking for something else. No, that's everything that's in that one.
Are we suitable for vegetarians and vegans?
No, they're not. Sorry.
They are not, I'm afraid.
They're not, no. There's only one, and I don't think I sell the one that does.
Some of them you see have got the like the
These
chocolate
ones got
pills in
glitter
them.
in as well.
Oh yeah, the squares, yeah.
Mm.
Gold squares in. Sorry, Maria. Thank you. Get those out. Ooh.
There'll be no big balls left in them by the time I get them.
Okay, this one is beach glass, it's called.
Lovely, isn't it?
That's really nice. That's got the gold squares in it as well.
Yeah. Stop shaking it out, John
Sorry,
says. Oh, yeah.
sorry, John.
I'll show them, Claire. There you go. You see that, guys?
Well, we already walked it.
What else have we got?
Bridesmaid. That's the
You can open it.
silver.
Oh, it's been opened. Have a look.
Oh, I
I
really
love this
like that
one.
one. Yeah,
I knew you was going to do it. I like that one.
I really like that
I
one.
like that one.
So it's got the blues and the pinks, but it's got the rods in there which you couldn't see before. You couldn't
Yeah.
tell it had the rods in. And I've not done the white one. Let's do the white one.
Yeah. You also sell the rods on their own. Okay. That's
I did that
spaghetti,
bit.
aren't they?
I did that.
Oh, you
bit
done that
already,
one?
yeah, so I did that first.
Sorry. Slap tongues, Carol.
Okay, and then that's our
Frosted.
frosted
Yeah.
mix.
And that's got lots of,
Beautiful.
it's actually got lots of variations of whites in. You'll see like there's the confetti white, different shapes of balls there, 2 different white pearl balls as well, different strands. There's white stars in there. There's also some gold squares in there. So lots and lots
And this
and
one
lots.
Is
Have we done this
our
one?
Love Rosy
Oh, has
XO
that got the
one.
rods in as well?
Got the rods in.
And this one's got little love hearts in. I don't know whether you can just see there. Let me just see if I can pull it up on my hand. So it's got the love hearts in as well. We've got these lovely big balls in, that tastes great. Got little tiny ones in. Can you see the little tiny ones there as well? Plus at 5 different sizes in. Great. Really effective. So now we've tipped them all out. And
Yeah.
you're going to tell me your top tip for sorting out that.
Let's see just yet. Let's just see.
So Claire is just sorting out the muck-up I've done with the chocolate.
What's the brand name on the sprinkles?
Sweeter Polita.
Sweeter Polita.
Where does it say? They're a Canadian brand, so you'll probably never be able to read that. Can you read that just under my thumb? No.
No.
SWEETOPOLITA. Sweeter Polita.
Yeah. So they're on our website. They are on the wish list as well.
Just going to pop that to the microwave. I'll wait a second.
And thank you for liking the nail varnish. It's changing on Wednesday. I'm not keen on it. I'm going back to pink.
I'm a red nail varnish girl when I go on the holes. Other than that, no nail varnish here, I'm afraid.
So Claire is busy saving the melted chocolate as we speak.
Claire's busy doing her very best. Claire makes no guarantees. Right, that might do. We'll just have to keep our eye on it. So what we had was a really, really thick, horrible mess.
So we've got a lady called Laura here. I can't pronounce the rest of her name. And says Sweeter Polita is the best sprinkles on the market. You think that as well,
Oh,
don't you? You were
yeah.
very excited.
Very excited.
So Nikki King says, what does the candy melt taste like? Well, I've just had one before while I was at the microwave.
You
It tasted
describe
alright.
them.
Well, I thought it tasted alright, to be fair.
They're like, it's like fake chocolate because there's no cocoa solids in there. That's basically it. So there's more of a waxy mouthfeel than chocolate, but
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's not a huge amount of difference between the two. It's just that this doesn't need tempering, but it's quite temperamental anyway. Chocolate's a lot easier to work with.
Yeah.
When it comes to drips and things like that, you want this for cake pops and stuff. I find is the easiest to use. But all I've done is just given that another quick heat and added some vegetable oil to it just to thin it down.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to go back to the microwave really quickly. Sorry guys, won't take a minute. Any questions? Come in.
No, they all love the sprinkles. Alex is with me. She never has any luck melting the candy melts.
They're so temperamental. They are really hard work to get right in the microwave.
Maxine, they do have a silver sparkly one. They're in Canada, the company, but I've only stocked 6 of the range at the moment just to see how they go. If they sell okay, they are very expensive in fairness, but you pay for what you get. They are beautiful. They're the nicest, prettiest sprinkles I've ever seen, and when you see the combinations, you understand why. And I'm almost sure people who will buy them will they'll be used them for special cakes. Yes, Palvi, we do sell them. They're on our website. They're also on the wish list. But these are the prettiest, sparkliest sprinkles. I've been thinking about getting them for a long time. So if they sell well, I'll bring more of the range in.
Okay, can you see here now?
Right, yep, we can see.
That's much better, isn't it?
Yeah, what did you do there to save it?
I just gave it another gentle heat. I'm talking sort of 2 10-second
So you put some vegetable oil
I
in?
put vegetable oil in as well and just give it a really good mix.
Yeah, how much vegetable oil did you put in?
Probably too much, it is quite thick.
Okay. So we're going to have a drippy drip cake.
Really
I do have some more candy melts if you've got any more.
It's fine, I'm going to leave that to the side just so it
Oh,
goes
it'll
up a little
set up?
bit.
Yeah, of course
Yeah.
it will. It'll set a little bit, won't
While
it?
I work with the sprinkles, and we are using...
Which ones we're going to use?
I can't remember the name. Love Rosie XO.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. I'm just going to move these ones out. Okay.
Okay.
Put those over. And we're going to work with these ones.
So these macarons need to go in the oven yet?
Fair
We
point
forgot
well
them.
made. Fair point well made, Carol. Let's have a look.
You forgot them. Do you want to bring them back and show them to everyone?
Yeah.
Bear in mind that the
Let's check
session is
them.
about macarons.
Let's check them. Okay, so, oh yeah, these are ready, as you
So,
can
do
see.
you want to just show them how they're ready?
Nothing well, a tiny little bit off that one. But they seem to have, the middle ones are not
We'll just leave them a bit longer.
far off. Let's give them 2 minutes.
So you've got to wait until they crust over, guys. Don't put them in the oven too soon. Do you do that, Maria? Do you wait?
Stay.
I wait.
I wait. How long do you wait?
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yeah, it doesn't take too long. But it's just, they're still nice and soft. It's just more of a skin on them.
My
Okay.
thing is, if you wait too much, do you have any problem? Because I have.
Yes,
I wait too much.
if you wait too long, yes, you do have a problem.
So where do you buy ground almonds? From any supermarket?
Yes, any supermarket.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to pop some sprinkles. I'm just using my hand for these.
Do you want to put that in a little can so that anything less?
great idea.
Just 1 second, can I just get past you? Because
It is quite messy. The rods I tend to put on by hand as well, separately.
where's that from? Do we need to give a mess? We need to give a mess. All right, let me just see what else we've got in. Because it's a good tip to do this. Put them in a tray. Yeah.
Oh, lovely, thank you.
I was going to leave it on the board. Put that on the board.
Put this in there, or just
No.
go on the board in that.
Yeah. Do you think so?
Yeah.
We're having a bad day with this baby brain thing, aren't we?
Yes, yes, we are. Every day is a struggle for me at the moment, I'm afraid.
So this way, guys, if you put them in a tray and put them on, so if you put them in a tray and put them on, Anything that falls off to the side, you can tip to one side then, and then put them back in your jar and save them. So you're not having any waste, so you don't need to worry about your very expensive sprinkles being wasted.
Throwing them about, yeah.
Or throwing them about, yeah, so you can save them, okay? I must have a heart failure watching Claire do it.
To be fair, in my head I did think it, and then I thought I really should have asked for that beforehand, so maybe I should just try not to spill some. Okay, so they go on nice and easy. Because my first layer of buttercream had been in the fridge for a really long time, the second one's firmed up really quickly as well.
That's interesting. Shelley Ann says she dries her macarons with a cool hairdryer. Never heard that one before.
Yeah, I would never have thought of that.
No.
Happy birthday to Maxine Lockwood.
Happy birthday.
65 today.
Wow,
Happy
65.
birthday.
Happy birthday. I was just saying what a great tray that is. I think I bought it from Denham many years ago.
It is that.
Mm.
It's a really good
It's ideal for
size.
that, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've had it all these years, I've no uses for it. The amount of times I've gone to throw it in the bin wondering what I was going to use it for. I was dreaming of having picnics in the garden with the grandchildren. We only ever did it once, I vowed never to do it again.
If you look now at this mix, you see that there's loads of stuff in there that we didn't see before.
Yeah, there's loads in there.
Loads of the really small nonpareils and all sorts in there.
Yeah.
I'm just going to shake that off to the side. Oops, sorry Carol. Carol's just looked at me as if she's going to launch herself over the counter and strangle
I'm going to
me.
save every sprinkle.
Notice the difference, you're allowed to eat the wilted ones but you're not allowed to eat these.
Absolutely. Well, I bet I'll be.
Carol's allowed to eat them, but I'm not.
Little stuff in it. I'll let you have a big
stuff.
I'll let you have a big bowl then.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did let me have one of your bowls.
You can
That
have
was
one.
nice of you, Carol. Oh dear. Right, I think that looks pretty good, but I'm just going to get a few more of the smaller ones a little bit further up in some places. Yeah, so somebody asked the question before and my response was probably a bit too much about how much oil you put in the candy melts. And it should be about a tablespoon for a full bag, really. Is about as much as you want to put in,
Yeah.
or else it just doesn't set up again. Okay, I think we're done here. How's that looking?
Yes, that's
Good.
looking very good. We like that. We like that. Right, Maria, your job is to get them back in the tub.
And we're not going to give you a funnel or anything. You've got to
No.
pick them up one by one.
We're going to pour them into a piping bag and then we're going to cut a little hole in the piping
You
bag.
guys.
That is gluey.
Eh? Tell
That's
ya.
way too clever for me.
Eh?
Way too clever.
Yeah,
I'd
well,
have
if we get them all
I'd
into
have
one
just
thing.
struggled.
Yeah, no, if we get them all to one thing and then pour them into a piping bag, then cut the hole in the piping bag, they'll go straight in the jar. Right, very good, 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 good.
On the table, let's get rid of these over here for Maria. And let's pop these macarons in the oven just while we're thinking about it. Okay.
So macarons are going in the oven.
Another tray. And we're in, and I'm just going to turn that down.
I can't wait till they come out the oven, I love macarons.
And we've got, does this timer work?
Oh, I
Do you
wouldn't
press the
know.
clock thing in the middle?
No idea.
Okay, so
Just tell me what time you need, I'll tell you.
we want 15 minutes.
15 minutes,
Yeah,
okay.
maximum really.
What time, John, what time is it?
About 15 or
It's
so.
12 minutes past 9.
Right, so what's 15 minutes on 12?
Let's
29?
take them out at,
27.
27? Okay, there you go.
let's have a look at 25 past. We'll have a look,
25
we'll
past.
check them at 25 past. Okay, there we go. And let's see what our candy melts are doing. They're not looking too bad now. You can see they are
John?
still, sorry, over here. Still reasonably loose.
We've done
but
well
I'm
keeping
saying
John in
not
one
really.
place tonight, haven't we?
We have.
In the old kitchen, he'd be up and down and in the fridge all night.
It would have been.
There's no fridge for him to scoff things in here.
I feel trapped.
You feel trapped. Have you not enjoyed being back, John?
Oh,
We've
really?
missed you. Sorry, Laura, we love you being here as well.
It's a special treat for me, isn't it?
Yeah, of
Because
course.
normally they both avoid me. When it comes to sugar and
I know
crumbs
the
and
last two
carrots,
times we've been on holiday, haven't we? Doreen Griffin says brains as well, Carol, I want to give that tip. It doesn't happen often, Doreen, just now and again one pops out.
Oh dear. Okay. That will do.
And you can do a drip with a fire.
We're going to see what it looks like on the back before we make any commitment to it.
Is it firm enough or is it too soft, do you think?
It might just be at that stage where it was a little bit burnt, so it might not drip nicely, that's all.
Right.
So we might min it off just yet.
What temperature are the macarons in at?
140.
Well, sorry, that's my bad. I turned the oven down to 130 when we put them in.
Oh, right, okay.
It's just to give them an initial blast of heat and then...
Yeah. Right, John, you ready for this drip? It's very important. Claire's just going to do a test one at the back, but she'll have to show us anyhow. So here we go. So when she does some test ones, she'll come round the front.
Nope.
Not doing it?
Sorry. Sorry, Carol.
Have I burnt it?
Yeah, it's just... It's not good. It's not good.
What's wrong with it? Go on, you'll have to show us. So,
I should have left that on before I showed you, shouldn't I?
yeah, go on, you
It's
have to do another
it's
one.
just very, very...
Let's do one at the front.
it gets a
Go around the back there.
consistency to it.
Oh,
See what I mean?
right.
Where it's just weird and it doesn't drip nicely.
Right, so what
we're
we're going
just
to do
take
now
that
then?
away. We're just going to not drip it, it's fine.
Oh, we're not, right, okay then.
No,
So we're not having a
just
drip
make it.
cake now, we're going for a different effect altogether. What are you going to concoct then?
We're going to use this to stick on our bits and pieces. So, it's improvising, Carol.
Do you never do
Improvising.
drip with icing sugar?
I wouldn't do an icing sugar. I'd do a royal icing drip.
You never do it with just icing sugar?
No, I like it nice and firm,
Right.
just because of transport.
How quickly would it take to make some royal icing drip?
Oh, to make some royal icing would
So we can
take
actually-
about 10 minutes.
Should we do that?
Yeah, let's get some.
Do you
royal
guys
icing
want some
whipped
royal
up.
icing drip? So we can make it with the flavoured icing sugars? Come on guys, let me know. Should we go for the royal icing drip?
Let's do it. I think
Should we do it? Come on then, let's do that.
Let's do it.
Right, okay, so we need another bowl, a clean bowl, yeah, and another
We've
whisk.
got a clean bowl here,
Yeah, okay.
but we could
Clean
do with a whisk.
Maria's on it with a whisk.
Yes.
Hey, I tell you, we're good here at Sugar and Crumbs. We know how to save.
Okay, who knows the recipe for royal icing?
Not me, you. Right, everybody wants to know how to do royal icing. They're really glad because they don't want to burn their chocolate in the microwave either. Look at that. Look, they're all going mad. Yes, we want royal icing drip.
Great. Cheers for this, Carol. Thanks very much. I actually have some eggs over there.
Right, we're going to do royal icing drip. She's on it, Claire. So, have we got enough flavoured icing sugar in this bag? Or how much flavoured icing sugar do we need?
Well, somebody needs to Google me a recipe because off the top of my head I haven't got a
Get
clue.
that baby brain sorted out. Right, let's Google it.
And there is a recipe on the website.
For the royal icing.
Yes, do you remember?
It was Angela, wasn't it? Angela and oh, come on, his name is going to kill me.
Her husband.
I'm going to tell you.
Richard?
Pardon? It's going to kill me.
Paul.
Pardon?
I think it's called Paul.
No, he isn't. Right, just hang on a minute while I just Google Angela's. Isn't it back? Phil Thorne.
Yes.
Right, we've got it. Let's just do Angela's recipe. Just 1 second for the royal icing. Did you put it on as a separate royal icing? Or is it on the cookies, Maria?
It's on the cookies.
Right, okay. So we need to do a search. Can you remember the name of the cookies?
Royal cookies. Something like that.
Come on, Claire.
Maybe Terry Bakewell cookies.
I think it was. Yeah.
I know the method, I just can't remember the exact amount of ingredients I need.
Okay, just hang on a minute, guys. I'm just getting the recipe up off the website. So, Maria, I need to know. I can't find the cookies. Sorry, Maria's just getting it. Hold on. If anybody else is on the recipe website, it was when Phil Thorne and Angela Thorne was here. So, we did iced cookies. Iced cookies.
Sorry, guys.
So we're just improvising because we was going to do a chocolate drip, okay, and then we mucked up the chocolate, and then you all want royal icing, right, Maria? You've named the recipe. I don't know what it is.
Yes, 1 sec. When you said we, then Carol.
No, Maria. Oh, I mucked up the chocolate.
Carol.
Sorry,
No, I'm joking.
I mucked up the chocolate. Maria needs to know what the recipe is. Right, I've searched everything. John's having a meltdown now going, what the hell's going on here now? Just bear with us. Are you all on the recipes site, everyone?
It's gone downhill drastically since I've been away.
We're not usually this unprofessional when we're together.
So any
promise you.
newbies watching us tonight, this is a live demo in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. What's it called, Maria?
Ice wedding biscuits.
Ice wedding biscuits. Who would have thought that? Right, we've got the recipe.
What's
So
the quantities?
any newbies in the kitchen, this is a very relaxed kitchen. It's, you know what, some things we wing and some things we don't. Right, so for the royal icing, we need 225 grams of the icing sugar, 1 egg white, okay? Now, that's for the line icing only. For the flooding icing, you need 450 grams of sugar. Do you not do 25?
The line icing's the same.
Same,
Only
isn't it? Yeah,
225
she's just
sugar.
half it,
You just put water in.
Yeah.
Just add a bit of water to thin it down. Oh, that was close.
Yeah. Do not get the yolk in.
Do not get the yolk in.
No. Otherwise you've mucked it up.
You really have.
So let's see what you do for the royal icing.
Okay, so all I'm going to do...
So for the royal icing, 225 grams of the flavoured icing sugar, and we're using the bubblegum flavour, 1 egg white. And so we put the egg white, have you put the icing sugar in and the egg white?
Nope, just the
Right,
egg white
no,
so
good.
far.
So
No.
you,
Now it is. Now it's in.
so do we start to whip up the icing
Yeah,
sugar?
all we're going to do is
Do you want me to weigh?
whisk the egg white.
Yeah. Do you want me to weigh it?
I'll weigh it straight into the bowl, it's fine.
Right, great.
So all we're going to do is just make this egg white foamy,
Yeah.
and then we're going to switch over. Then we're going to switch over to a paddle, and we mix in our icing sugar. So literally just foamy at this stage.
Right, okay. We moved the camera down, didn't we? Who took the camera down? Get it back up as fast as you can. Pat, do you want to hold one? Why don't you just hold it over? Oh, because you need to film as well. We're going to take clippets of film from that one.
And I don't need all the time to...
Oh, I tell you, so any newbies, let us know that you're a newbie. Let us know what you think of our first live of the new year. And
Those are too brutal,
and
actually.
we're also showing you that we're improvising. So yes, I managed to ruin the chocolate again. So, so we're going to do royal icing drip. And to be fair, I think you all prefer that idea. So royal icing drip. So we've just put in 1 egg white. And now we're going to add 125 grams of the flavoured icing sugar.
225.
225 grams. Are you going to add it all at once, or are you adding a bit of time?
I'm going to add it all at once.
Right, okay.
And I'm not going to sieve it either.
We don't need to sieve our icing sugar.
Yeah, you really don't.
Somebody says, can you paint the royal icing drip? Yes, you can.
Absolutely.
That's what the nice bit.
So I'm switching over to a paddle attachment now, because I don't want a ton of air in the royal icing.
So Cal says that that's interesting. I use the Angie and Phil recipe all the time, and I never switch from the whisk to the paddle. Does this give a better finish?
It just stops there being so much air in there, and it's better for your mixer as well because it gets really thick. So if you're using a whisk attachment, you can burn out your motor pretty easily.
Right.
That comes together really quickly as well.
So hello Claire Little, her first Facebook Live. Welcome to the group.
Hi Claire.
I'm sure everyone's going to give you the thumbs up and say hello. We're a really friendly bunch here. We don't like any negativity. We just like to be totally relaxed and chilled in the kitchen. So everybody here knows that everything here is, we don't make it for the general public. We make it to show you live so you can go and make one for the general public. Everything that's made in this kitchen, Maria and I, all the staff at Sugar and Crumbs, scoff it.
Don't forget the oven.
Don't forget the oven. Oh, Claire, wait a
Don't
minute.
worry, I've just gone and had a peep.
Have you just had a peep?
Yeah.
You had a peep, it was only 24 minutes past.
We've got 3 minutes to go.
Okay. Just giving that a little scrape down where it's not quite catching.
So, have you got a sister in Canada? Gwen Allen. Hello, Sister Doreen from Canada. Oh, Gwen Allen. Her sister. Oh, right. I think it's Gwen Allen saying hello to her sister Doreen in
I was going
Canada.
to say I've definitely not got one
Yeah,
in
I was
Canada.
getting confused there.
Okay, so medium heat, we're going to let, it's not heat, I keep saying that, it's not heat, it's speed, it's a medium speed. And we're going to let that go for about 5 or 6 minutes now. And I'm going to head back to the oven and check on these macarons.
And yes, you can paint the royal icing. If we get time, we might paint a couple of strands. Let's just finish the job first. I'm laughing at Karen Naylor. She's here doing the baking class on Saturday. She's getting here early to help me, and so she can choose her own colour of the KitchenAid to use.
Is that what it is?
I tell you, I really like the smell of that bubblegum flavour.
Really thick, so you couldn't make a drip out of that. So what I'm going to do is just add
Make it extra chunk.
a little bit of water at a time, just so it thins out some. But there is a fine line here, you don't want it too thin.
Oh, I didn't know that camera was on. Oh, we'll put the other camera on there. I don't have to stand here like a nincompoop.
Oh dear.
I was hoping.
So
So just refresh everyone. Everyone's coming back. So you guys, it should have just refreshed. Just press the play button. You'll be fine.
So that's loosening up some. That's got about 2 teaspoons of water in it so far.
Everyone's coming back now.
I'm going to add a third.
Yes, that was John trying to get out.
I don't blame him tonight.
Just refresh your page.
No chance of getting out.
So the macarons were in the oven, Claire, for 25 minutes. Just
No,
over
15.
20. How long were they in the oven for?
They were in for 15 minutes.
15 minutes, really. What was 25 minutes? Drying time.
No.
25 past.
25 past the time we were going to take
Who's
them
having a
out.
baby?
My God, I'm surrounded.
So let me just refresh.
Hard
Tell them.
work, isn't
Right,
it?
how long do they need to let them dry?
About 20 minutes
That's
until
right.
they form a skin.
Then they go in the oven for
15
15
Well,
minutes.
12 to 15 usually.
right. Right, everyone's back. Everyone's coming back. Well done.
Quick look. That looks really nice.
John, the footage rubbish. You're not missing much. They said
I
it's
know.
still 2-1 to Wolves. Let's
I
get
know
back.
you want me to paint some of this, but I am going to add just a touch of pink.
Yeah,
to it as well.
no, you can add as much pink as you want. We'll just go over the pink with a couple of drops. I've got a lovely red, metallic fractal red to go on.
Lovely.
Yes, Wendy, I think I've got baby brain too, but that's with the amount of grandchildren we've got.
And I'm going to go for a touch more water in here.
Yeah, everybody's back now. They're all coming back. Coronela's laughing. Laura's still got a job then. Camera. The oven temperature, what we're using is for fan ovens. What would you use for normal ovens or gas?
Just turn it up 10 degrees.
So 10 degrees for a normal oven,
Yeah.
non-fan, and for gas?
I have no idea.
Well, gas is, I think it's the gas mark 1 or 2.
Yeah, it's quite low on
Yeah,
gas,
it's 1 or
but
2.
I'm not really au fait with gas, if I'm honest.
So, Claire, do you do the knife test? Kaz is asking you for the
knife
royal
test?
icing.
Oh, just to see how many seconds
Yeah.
it takes. Yeah, not really. I just let it sort of dangle off my spatula and
There you
think,
go.
is that going to drip? It's
That's gonna
possibly
make-
still a little too thick for a drip.
Yeah. So what we're going to do? Add a bit more water.
Just probably one more teaspoon.
So Lynn Nova, why does it have to be mixed for so long? It doesn't have to be mixed for so long. We're making a royal icing drip and Claire is adding water to get it to the right
To
consistency.
be fair, you would normally mix it for about 10 minutes anyway,
would
just
you?
to make the strength with the egg whites. The egg whites is what makes the, especially if you were going to be doing line work or string work or something like that with it, you'd need it to be a really strong royal icing.
Yeah, they think I've got a problem because I'm getting a sugar hit from tasting those sprinkles. Those sprinkles are nice.
Yeah, it probably is actually. I don't think it's done me any favours anyway.
Yeah, Julie Crompton says it's good to colour the icing because then the drip, when you paint on the colouring, it enhances it. I like painting onto black sugar paste
I like that.
because when you paint onto black, it really brings up the gold, doesn't it?
I love the fractile, what are they called, those fractile
The
colours?
Superb.
Is that what it is?
Is it the Chimer's airbrush or are you talking about the dust?
No, it's the airbrush.
Yeah, the
when you go onto the
yeah.
black.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Yeah, they are. Did you say adding water? Yes, Pam, we're adding a bit of water to loosen it up.
It's had about 7 teaspoons, roughly.
Yeah,
So again, just use your.
right.
It's one of those where just see what yours needs.
Elaine Wall, close down your Facebook page and then reopen it again. She's got a black screen. Everybody else is coming back. We're well over 200 now.
Thanks for standing by me, guys.
Yeah, see? They want to watch Royal Icing Drip.
No pressure.
Right.
Sorry. It's okay.
So, will I be able to take these off this sheet?
Yes, I think you will be
Just so
able
I
to
can go on the
now.
tray. So I can put mine on.
Okay.
You know, those ones that you squashed up here.
Sorry? Oh gosh, did I squash them? Sorry. My bad. Mine came out fine then.
Yeah, of course they can. Oh, they do have a nice skin on, you know. I think that's where I've gone wrong a couple of times.
It's all
Are
down
you going
to
in the middle
skin.
shelf or top shelf?
Middle shelf. Okay, let's put some of our royal icing in the bag. So I think what that is referring to is when you, am I here? Here? Here?
Here?
Here? Could you put me there, please? So, just so you can see the consistency of the royal icing.
They taste good though,
It's quite a ribbony consistency.
the macarons.
And if you cut a line through it, which is what I think Kaz is referring to, it will sink back together in so many seconds. I'll be honest, I just like to look at it and think, yeah, that'll do. It's my technique for pretty much everything. Is wing it, really. So we're going to pop some in the bag and just give it a test again. I always test everything because if you put too much water in this, it will just turn into a mess. It will be really runny, transparent, and you'll just have puddles around the base of your cake, which is not what we want. It's not ideal. So I'm just going to try it with a small amount. Yes. Just pop some in the bag so we can always squeeze it back into the bowl afterwards.
So somebody wants a different camera angle while I was away. Unfortunately, I've missed it.
Oh, sorry guys.
So, for some reason, Karen Place has gone to a Malibu and Coke.
Don't, it's not fair. It's really not fair.
Yeah, because you can't drink now, can you?
I cannot.
They must be telling us all what they're drinking while they're settled in their chairs. So we've got Malibu and Coke, somebody's on water, somebody's on Victorian lemonade.
Right, if you can just see, are we here?
Right, which camera? Let me just turn that round there.
There? I've just given it a test. As you can see, it's a bit too thick still.
That's a good way to give it a test, isn't it, really?
Test it on the side of your bowl, don't make a mess of your cake.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put that back. Take that away from the edge. Pick up my spatula, pop that back down. There we go. And we're going to pop that back on.
There, the camera angle was changed. Thanks, Carla.
And there is my...
I don't know what Jane's doing. She's on tea and tablets.
Oh dear. I can't even have tablets. Stop rubbing it in.
One gin and tonic. Right, Carol Butler's back. So hello everyone, glad to see you're all back. And I love the test method, and so does Louisa Johnson. It's a good way of doing that test
Thanks
method.
guys.
Yeah.
It's
So
like the Wolves have beaten Liverpool as well.
yeah.
Wolves have beaten Liverpool.
Yeah.
I feel
That's
very
a shocker,
happy
isn't
right
it?
now. I feel
Yeah.
very, very happy.
Do you?
Only good things seem to be
My
happening
son will
lately.
be devastated. He's a big Liverpool fan.
I come from a long line of City supporters.
Yeah.
A long line. I married one as well, so
Right. Here we
you
have
have to.
support your husband.
Yeah, you have to, or else. I mean, it's more a case of if they lose, then all the men in your life are really miserable and unhappy. So you kind of want them to win anyway.
So once you've made royal icing, how long will it keep in an airtight container?
I don't like to keep it for more than a few days, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Sort of 3 or 4 days. Take it out, have a look. But I don't like to keep it too long.
Yeah. Hey, that's a good point. How long do you need to leave the royal icing drip to set before you would paint it? I'm telling him we can paint it. I've not thought about it setting.
Don't worry, as long as it's crusted over,
Right.
that's fine. As long as it's got a nice crust on it and you're not applying too much pressure when you're painting it, it's absolutely fine.
Right. That's
it
what we
doesn't-
like, Claire.
Yeah, it
So
doesn't
you're a
need to be fully
trooper, aren't
set.
you? You're not bothered
I should have
about
said,
it.
oh, it'll take a couple of hours,
Yeah.
I'll have to go.
You're
but-
not bothered. You're good, aren't you? That's why we have you here.
Right, here we go. Much more runny this time.
Right. Just do that again.
Let me see.
So much more runny. Perfect. We
Much
like that.
runnier.
What are you going to? Do you need a new
Try
piping
it
bag to
again.
get rid
I've
of this?
got one here.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Well, when you're doing the drip, you would use a smaller piping bag, I would, which is what you're doing now,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, use an appropriate size bag for what you're doing. I always think with things like royal icing and buttercream, if you use too big a bag, you're overfilling it and then your hand's killing you. So you're better off using a much smaller bag.
Yeah.
Besides, we're not going to use a lot of icing, so what's the point in having a great big bag for
Yeah, I
it?
was going to say, you're not going to use all that anyhow, are you?
No.
No. So, June, I hope you're feeling better. Lovely talking to you today on Facebook, by the way, but I do hope you're feeling better. Poor June has had a bit of a fight with the boiling kettle just before Christmas.
Oh no!
I know, so she's injured herself.
That sounds quite unpleasant, really. Scissors. Now let's have another test. Are we ready?
Are we ready for the test? I like this testing business. It's such a great idea, that. do that with the cake?
No, because all the sprinkles will fall off. I think that just needs a fraction more, you know.
Do you? Okay.
I do.
Right, pour it out the other side of the bag.
I'm all over it, Carol.
Yeah, good. So we're just going to loosen this up a bit more.
Just a touch.
John's pacing
If
now.
you, sorry, John. Is it late? Am I late?
He just makes me laugh.
I'm sorry, John.
Stay still, he can't stay still.
He'll say to you once I've gone, if she's not coming back again.
Now, I'll tell you what he says to me. If I asked you to watch and commentate on the football, Carol, would you start pacing the kitchen? And I would. You should be interested in cakes, John. You know lots of things about cakes now. Think how much you've learned in that first year of our doing our Facebook Live. By the way, guys, next month we will have... No, it's this month, isn't it? 13th of January. From our first Facebook Lives. No, next month. Yeah. So we're nearly 2 years old of doing Facebook Lives every Monday.
Was I was probably one
You
of
were
the
one of the first ones, yeah. So it was me for the first 4 or 5 months, and then we got guests in, and you were one of the first guests with Karen Davies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. See how supportive you've been.
It's been a long time, isn't it?
So nearly 2 years of dedicated Facebook Lives, all free tutorials for our customers. Helen Mills, Laura's poorly. She managed to drop through the ceiling at home when she was putting the Christmas decorations away. She is fine. We've got a lovely picture of your arm because John's not concentrating.
Sorry. My bad. Right, that looks good.
Removed.
Did you? It was there for 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds.
That looks good. I keep saying that looks good. So let's have another look.
Right, are we looking good now?
I
What's
feel
this?
like
This is
we
the
are.
third attempt.
This is
Do you know the
third
good
try.
thing about this is what customers learn, and this is what the Facebook Lives are all about. The Facebook Lives are showing that if it's not right, you've got to go back and do it again. Don't stress about it.
It's better to start off with less water and test it than it is to start off with too much water and end up with a big mess all over your cake and having to make new royal icing. So I prefer to get there slowly, catch your monkey rather than just go in guns blazing and make a real mess of it.
Yeah, no, it's best to do it because the other thing is, the good thing about being live in the kitchen here is our customers want to know. That's why they like being
absolutely.
here. And when they're in their kitchen, they don't want to be having a panic attack going, it's not working. Well, now they know. You know what? Just loosen up a little bit more.
Some air bubbles there.
So poor June had a proper fight with the kettle. She burnt her stomach and her leg. It's not good. Right the way down to her knee. Sorry, June, that sounds a bit of a rough time for you. And Louisa Johnson has watched us from the very first live. Louisa is based in Australia. Has watched us. Thank you, Louisa. Is anybody else here who's been watching us from the very first live? Right, so we're back on this camera, John. Pay attention. That's looking better. Good girl, Claire. Look, we might be able to convince you know what you're talking about.
I've been doing this for 2 years. I shan't come back if you keep this attitude, Carol. I like it better when you're on holiday and it's just me and Maria and Laura. Okay, we're going straight in here. I'm going to just bring my head... Are we here?
Yeah.
I'm going to bring my head around this side just so I can see what we're doing as well. And squeezing. Moving along. I squeeze a little bit harder sometimes and a little bit less in some places.
Maria's running around here. We
Go
go.
closer together and further apart.
Yeah, that's the idea of the drip. You don't want them all even, do you? You've got some bigger spaces, some little. I think some people try to concentrate on having all the drips exactly the same size, but that isn't what it's about.
Point.
Yeah. They look good then. Yeah, Lindsay McIver's right at the beginning as well.
I like Lindsay McIver.
Yeah, and Wendy, she joined us right from the beginning. It's so good. 2 years of watching us. How good's that? All our lives are absolutely free.
Beautiful, look at that.
Well done. So she'll give the thumbs up and a round of applause. Woo! Get those thumbs up. That looks good.
Okay.
So
Right.
would you just keep it like that? You won't put nothing on the top now then, because we're going to decorate it with the
we're
macarons.
putting, yeah.
No, you wouldn't do it with the drip.
Oh no, because it's royal icing,
Yeah.
or it would be chocolate. I'm not keen on a ganache strip.
Yeah.
Too sticky for
Yeah.
me. I want something that firms up. So if you put it all over, you're going to have a rock solid top there.
Oh yes, of course.
Difficult
Yes.
to get your knife through.
Yeah.
Nobody really enjoys eating that if it's royal icing.
Yeah.
Candy melts. Chocolate, yeah, not so bad, but it will crack as your knife goes through. So
Yeah. Sorry,
I
I've got my
prefer to
baby
keep it.
brain back. I was thinking it was chocolate again. No, this is the royal icing drip. Yeah, they're all absolutely loving that. So now you all know how to do royal icing drip.
Woohoo!
After 3 attempts.
But hey, we could show you how not to do it as well, because
You did.
it's better that it's too thick than too thin, I tell you.
No, I'm glad you did.
If it was too thin, you'd just
I'm
end up
glad
with,
you did.
with
You know
puddles
why?
at the
Because so many
bottom.
people will be watching and think, what have I done wrong? So it's good for them to know. I think it looks amazing.
I think that looks great. So what we're going to do quickly is
Yeah.
just, I've got some of these flowers already cut out.
Oh yes. So do you want to show me how to make one or two
Yes,
quickly?
we'll just do a couple.
We're going to use the blossom sugar art.
One of each, yeah.
So you've already pre-made some.
One of those and one of those.
Yes, Meloni Grant, she was with us from the beginning as well. So we're going to use some of the blossom sugar art. Now Claire has actually already pre-made some this evening, but just for those who don't know how to use the blossom sugar art cutters, she's just going to pop a few out for you.
And then we'll pop a
And
little bit of dust in the middle as well.
Can you do a drip with melted chocolate? Of course you can.
Absolutely.
No problems. We did do that, but unfortunately I am not very good at melting chocolate in the microwave, and yet again I failed miserably and ruined it. So we've had to do royal icing.
But having said that, it's very difficult to melt, which is why we like the melting pots,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's not all Carol's fault, just mostly.
I've never been successful at melting the chocolate.
We should have swapped jobs. You should have done the sprinkles information, and I should have done the...
Melting the chocolate, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're just popping out a couple of the hydrangea, and this hydrangea is great actually because it comes in 3 sizes as well, which I love. You get 3
Yes.
cutters for that.
So the blossom sugar arts, we just sell them as the kits now. I don't sell them as individuals, so I just sell them as the little multi-kits, so you get loads of little shapes. So you get loads
yeah.
of them, so like, you know, different ones have got 2, 3, 4 or 5 cutters. I just think
Yeah.
they're better value.
I do as well,
So,
to be fair.
yeah.
These ones for me though, I've had them since before
Yeah.
they made those. I've had these for years.
Well, Louisa came and did a demo, and these were the very first cutters and mould veiners that I'd ever bought. The
Yeah.
very first ones. And I bought them at the Cake International show offer. I must have bought every set because I just loved them.
Yes, they were some of my first as well.
Yeah.
And I loved them straight away because they're easy, aren't they? They're so easy.
So Princess Coley Cunningham says, thanks ladies, this is amazing. My first
Aw.
live session, and I will defo keep tuning in. So
Thank you.
we do a session every Monday, and Richard Jones has asked us to shout out a hello to Jean Jones in Dorchester, Dorset. Hello,
Hi,
Jean.
Jean.
And Kaz Gibson's not sure when she joined. I don't know. It's been a while anyhow, Kaz. You've been here for a while.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I think probably since the second time I did macarons, probably not
Yeah.
the first.
I think yeah, I agree. What cream do you put in the macarons, Claire?
Buttercream.
We're going to use buttercream,
Well,
aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to use buttercream, but you can use ganache or something
Yeah.
like that as well.
So, Princess, what does temper chocolate night? We'll talk about what does temper chocolate mean?
Oh, so if you were like with these chocolates that I've made that are going to go on the cake, you need that chocolate to be tempered. It's a coveted Belgian chocolate, so that won't set up again, and it will bloom if it's not tempered properly. And tempering is just a process of melting, where you raise the heat to a certain level, then cool to a certain level, and then it's at a working temperature. So it's just basically that you've melted it, but without melting all of the cocoa butter crystals that are in there. So it helps it keep its structure.
Yeah.
So that's what that is.
So one or two of you are saying that the camera keeps jumping. I'm not quite sure. It's not jumping on my end. Is it jumping on yours? No. So we're watching. It's not jumping on our camera, so I don't know quite what's going on. So we've got a couple of the flowers. So Claire, did you show them how to do it? Cut
I
them
did,
out.
yeah.
Did you show them how to?
I did them in the thing. They're here.
Did you?
They're here. Yeah, you were talking.
I wasn't talking. I missed that. Oh, right, okay.
Everyone was watching.
Everyone was watching.
I hope everyone was watching. Okay, so I've got some of the fractal dust here as well, and this one is Sparkling Rose. And I'm just going to pop a bit in the centres of some of these. Just going to brush that on ever so gently, and it just gives them a little bit of shine.
No, nothing.
They've all got some in-joke going on that I'm not involved in right now.
We're trying to make you feel conscious.
Yeah, it's working. So can you see the sparkle on that? Or shall I hold them up for you in a second?
Well, let me just zoom in a little bit.
They're super sparkly, these fractal dusts.
Yeah. You just can't, the only thing is on the camera you can't really see how sparkly they are, which is a shame.
If I hold that there,
Right,
can you
up
see
a
a
bit.
bit more?
Up a bit. Oh, yeah, that way. Oh, yeah, you see how sparkly they are. How pretty is that? Yeah.
Beautiful,
Up a bit.
aren't they?
Yeah. What
Up
we've
a
done
bit,
is
down a bit,
no,
up
we
a bit.
up it.
Am I there?
Give it me. I'll just eat it.
You just need to hold it quite still.
You've got to hold it as still as you can, and we've zoomed the
Give
camera
me very
a bit.
best.
Right. So just stay there now. Don't move. Right. So this is one of the fractal colours that we've just given it a light dusting with, so you can see how sparkly it is. Can you remember the colour, Claire?
No.
Right. We'll go to the colour in a minute.
Sparkly, I think it's like Sparkling Rose or something. It's got full of dust that way.
Oh, there you go.
Full of dust.
Sparkling rose. It's full of dust, Maria, that you're chucking all over.
Yep, that's justing from that, Maria.
Don't worry.
See, it's
you
not
could,
just me.
You two
It's
could
not
be
just
the
me
next
today.
video, Maria. Maria's just picked up the cat with a whole full of dust. And the cushion foam, what it's called a foam tray. That is on our website as well. I've not put it in the wish list, the foam tray, but I will put it in a minute. So just to let you know, the fractal dust gels, airbrush colours are still all in the sale. You're probably wondering why they're in the sale. We've sold loads of them. But basically, me and the company got a little bit confused about our order. I told them how many and double it, and they doubled the order. I've got fractal coming out my ears. So grab it while you can.
That new warehouse is completely loaded, isn't it? With
We've got one full aisle of fractal.
God love you. It's a shame sometimes, isn't it?
So the sponges are back in stock. We do have them. They're in stock.
What sugar paste are you using?
Oh,
It's
can anyone remember what time I put my macarons
anything
in?
really. Just need to have a quick look at them. Anything really. It's just sugar paste. So your usual brand that you get from Sugar and Crumbs is absolutely fine. I coloured this with the same fractal colour I've been using all night though.
Right, ooh, look at them! Wow. Oh,
I'm gonna while you do that, I'm gonna carry on with this. That
well, I
okay?
just need to know how this is. I mean,
Yeah, fine. That one probably isn't, but those ones will burn while that one's doing it.
so what should I do in that one?
I'll just take it out, leave it on the tray.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do.
So just to let you see, I finished off the rest of the thingy and did a giant one.
So these are all done.
Yeah.
Red hot.
These are all cooked, but the big one needs a bit longer.
It does.
So basically, don't do small ones and big ones on the same tray. They taste gorgeous, can't stop eating them.
Okay, so I'm going to start decorating this now. I'm going to pick my favourite side to be the front. And I think I like this bit here. So I'm going to turn it this way just so I can see a bit better. And I've got some of the thicker royal icing, and that's what I'm going to use to stick some of these things on. So I'm going to start closest to the middle. And I'm going to pop the macaron. And I'm basically going to work my way around and down the cake. I'll keep turning it to me just so I can see what it's like. Popping a little meringue kiss in there. And another one over here. And then I'm going to start at the bottom. So I'm going to pop the macaron on its side. And I'll pop another one behind, that will stick onto the royal icing that's already there. Thick meringue. That on.
That looks so good, Claire.
Happy?
Yeah, we're loving it, guys. Doesn't it look good? It all starts pulling together.
It doesn't take long when you start sticking things on for it to really start to look like you've spent a long time on the decoration. So I've also got some of these chocolates that I've made that can go on. There we go.
Yeah, we can show you the macarons in a minute. Just going to let her finish the cake. So Claire's already taken her macarons out of the oven earlier. I'll get her to bring the tray over in a minute. So do you push the macaron to test if cooked? So how would you know that they're cooked?
Yeah, just like I did before when I put my finger on the top of them. If there's no wiggle, when you put your finger on top, then they should be fine. Oops. It just takes a second for them to firm up on there, so don't move your turntable too much just as they're drying in position.
Plus you are putting big chocolate
I am putting
balls on there.
big
They're quite
chocolate
heavy
balls on there.
aren't
They are heavy, yeah.
I meant to give you a rose gold board. Who gave you that board? Did
I
you bring
brought
that
the
one?
board, yeah.
Well, you asked me. I could have given you a lovely rose gold board to put it on.
Well, I messaged you asking for a pink board or a coloured board.
Yeah, and I told Maria to tell you we had rose gold ones.
Well, nobody did tell me. I just used what I
But it's
brought.
not me like that, Maria. I wasn't taking any notice. But anyhow, we sell lovely rose gold boards, guys, if you ever want to do this one.
Sorry. It's my bad. To be honest, I'd done that much mithering when I got here. I just didn't want to mither anymore.
I know you did do a lot of mithering.
Oh my gosh. Carol. Stop it. I really am getting a complex now. How are we looking so far, guys?
It looks
What do you think?
beautiful.
Yeah?
Doesn't it look beautiful?
And I'm just going to now, it's the time where I'll go in with the finishing touches, which is the flowers. So we'll put one in here.
I think the flowers look great on there as well, don't they?
It just adds a little extra.
So, in your chocolate balls, what did you put in them?
Oh, they're Belgian white chocolate truffles. They are. I've got some champagne truffles as well, but I think we'll just stick with the white chocolate truffles.
And yeah, when I say that Claire was mithering when she was here, she wasn't. We were having a right old natter about having babies. She's brought me a packet of chocolates. I've shown that lovely bag of
She was
chocolates.
very ungrateful about it.
No, I didn't. I scoffed
She's
them
been
straight
mean
away.
to me ever since this
I didn't. I
started.
scoffed them straight away and told you how nice they were.
To be fair, yes. You did. In fact, I'm the person that brought chocolates and then started eating them. So
Yeah.
I ate them myself.
Yeah, I came in and one bag was open. 3 left. Maria.
You opened that bag. It's just that me and Maria helped ourselves to it once it was open.
Sorry, Kaz, we
I
don't
have
sell
myself.
hexagonal cake drums. We only sell square, oblong and round. So Linda, I'm glad we've given you the inspiration to do macarons. Seriously, follow Claire's recipe to the letter.
It's full.
Everybody who follows Claire's recipe is successful, but you must follow it. And remember, there was 2 big tips that we said is very important. And if you go wrong, it's usually those are your problem areas.
What do we think?
Well, I think it's beautiful. So what do we think, guys? Absolutely beautiful. I think it's beautiful, Claire. Well done. I'm going to give you a round of applause. Absolutely
Guys.
stunning. What do you think, John? Are you still here?
Yeah.
He's not doing too bad.
John's face
We've
is
pinned
saying
him.
he's impressed.
We've pinned him in one
His voice
corner of the
isn't, yeah.
kitchen.
Poor John.
Absolutely beautiful. Claire, that is so
I can't help
pretty. That is
myself
so
fussing with it,
lovely.
though.
Yeah. So, do you think this will be
Terrible.
firm enough for you to paint yet?
No,
No, it won't be firm enough
it's
to paint.
not firm enough for painting
Right.
now. But it shouldn't be too long. So what I thought we'd do is if we go over to the macarons, get them filled, then
Yeah.
we'll come back, and if it's firm enough, it's firm enough.
Yeah.
If it's not, then I'm sure someone else can show you painting it another day. Carol will do that for you.
Do you know what I was thinking? You know, where's that bowl of the sprinkles? There's a couple of the sprinkles that you used. Which bowl was it that you used?
I've got them here.
Right, why don't you put a couple of the pink balls inside your flowers? Just dab on just a little bit of your royal icing, just put a little tiny drop in.
I think my hole in my bag might be a little too large.
And then just
for
quickly
it,
drop
but-
on your bigger ones.
Oh yeah.
Just to give it that bit of sparkle, isn't it? Pull it together.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't touch the drip with
Yeah,
your
don't
fingers.
touch the drip now. Do you want to just turn it around so they can see? Yeah. Just finishes it off a little bit, doesn't it? Right up. And then because there's so many different coloured pearls in there as well.
Yeah, it's a really nice look actually.
And just to give you another thing, I would get some of those sprinkles and just sprinkle them over the top. We've got a flower here as well. Yeah.
Go.
I think that just
On here.
brings all the sprinkles into it, doesn't it?
And what do you want some over the top?
should we
Did you
bring some
say?
over the top? I think so. I think a couple just over the top will just sort of finish it off, don't you?
I struggle sometimes. I can be a real sort of less is more person.
Yeah,
So
well, you're
tell
not
me what
putting
you
too
want.
many on, are you? Yeah? Super duper, don't we like that?
Lovely.
Yeah, fantastic. Right then, so shall we go and get the macarons? We're liking that. We'll go and get the macarons, and then Claire's going to quickly fill them with some vanilla buttercream for you. So we'll get all these out of the way.
Thank you.
Right,
Some bags. Yes, you can eat those, yes. It's just the...
Sorry, John, the diet's gone out the wall. Not that I ever started one this year. Right, macarons. I've been stopping these as well.
Okay. So, first things first, we're just going to pop these off the sheet. We've got a few where they've stuck a tiny little bit, but most of them I think will come away perfect. Yeah, there we go.
They taste so good. Tastes so good.
What was that, a macaron shell you tried?
Yeah. Have you not seen your other tray that you did? They're half gone.
Didn't realise. Well, I'm going to try one now anyway.
Nice, aren't they?
That's a really good flavour for those.
Yeah. Have you never tried that bubblegum flavour?
Not for macarons.
I've got to be honest, I don't think we've ever done a demo with the bubblegum flavour, have we?
That's really
And the only
nice.
reason I brought it home is because the boys forgot to put a label on it.
Well, it works really well.
I just pinched it out of the warehouse. Let's not let John know, he might charge me.
Okay, we're just going to use some vanilla buttercream for this job.
What did you want the piping nozzles for before? What was you going to do with them?
Oh God, Carol, I'm so thick. I was going to do a slightly darker buttercream and just do some little bits of
to quickly
start
colour
to
some
work
up?
on those. Yeah, if you could just change that, make that a bit darker, that'd be super. So, piping bag. Sorry, Maria. I can only apologise, guys, for my brain, which is not working at all, and I can't remember half of the things I was supposed to be doing. Normally, I'm not this bad, am I? Not usually this bad.
It's because of Carol.
I think it's Carol's fault, so yeah.
Pardon?
Nothing, I'm fine over here.
Go on, Amelia. Right, I'm
I'm
going to do
just
this
blaming you
for
for me forgetting to do everything, but I'm pretty sure it is my fault.
Do you want a nozzle going into the bag? Is that what you're saying? So just
Yes,
add a bit more
please.
pink. Where's that fractal?
Fractal pink. There you go.
I tell you, you've got us all working tonight, Claire.
I'm desperate for a sit down. At
Oh,
this
yeah?
stage, and my back is killing me.
Oh. Can we get you a chair?
No, I'll be fine. We're not going to be much longer anyway, are we? We're almost there. Scissors, Maria, what did I do with them? Thank you.
So in that pink there, just so they can see, we've just put a bit more fractal in there to make it a bit more vibrant pink, because we're
Lovely.
just going to put some little swirls on the cake, aren't we?
We are. It's only a minor detail, but it's something that I like to do just as a little something extra. Okay, so filling them, we literally, I like to squeeze a nice big pile into the middle, take a lid and just twist that down again. Nice big pile into the middle. And then as we push it down, we give it a nice twist. And as I said earlier about overfilling your piping bag, that's exactly what I've done. Yeah. And a few more filled. So these ones are going to be the ones that are for eating. Thank you very much,
Do you
Carol.
want some rejuvenator for that drip?
Yes, please.
You only need a bit, don't you?
Yeah, it won't take a lot.
Are you going to use the same pink that you glittered them up with?
Yes.
Or do you want us to use some
No, I'll
darker?
use the same one.
Yeah.
So I like that. Even if it just gives it a bit of a shimmer, it'll still be nice.
Yeah. Are you going to use the lid?
Yes, I will do, please.
Do you want a very fine brush? Painful.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Just helping you along here. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be lovely. Thank you. Squeezing.
I'm not going to put the rejuvenator in because there's a lady here who didn't know what it meant. So I've just set it up for you
Lovely.
so that you can add in the rejuvenator when you're ready.
Smashing. Thank you,
So you've
Carol.
got your drip, your drip, your drip.
We're good.
Good. What do we think then, guys? Hey?
So
So we're nearly done. Just stick with us. We're nearly done. I know we're over.
Give me
but you know
5
what?
more minutes. 5 minutes. Or
5 more
less.
minutes. So well done. What do we all think? You've still got a very large audience.
Fab.
So Lucy Bottrill's first time watching. She'll be loving it. She's coming back again. Do we have a shop? There we go. We're just filling in some little bits. Do you want to just turn it to us? What we're doing is just finishing it off with just some little pretty little drop flowers, because all those little
That one didn't stick.
little embellishments do make a difference, don't they? You know, people
Totally.
think that they don't, but believe me, it really does finish them off. It's like when you see people, they make flour cakes and they don't add leaves or berries. You know, it really does make a difference.
Yeah, it just doesn't look quite right, does it, without
No.
them? And in here, and in here. Oh, sorry, Maria. I
It's
keep
fine.
catching you there.
Yeah. Are you? Where do you want to go, Maria? Do you want to come around this side? Is that better? Do you want me to move this side?
So also, sometimes I just like to do a tiny little rosette
Yeah.
every now and then as well. So just a straight down and round.
That was good.
Just small ones. But I think it just finishes off the cake beautifully.
Yeah, me too. So, do you always use buttercream to fill your macarons? No, you can use ganache if you want. What
Yeah,
else do
you can
use?
also use something like a buttercream or a ganache to make a circle around the edge and then put in like a fruit puree or a gel or something like that, which is really nice. But I like quite simple things. I like a bit of buttercream in there, to be honest. I think sometimes you can overdo it with the fancy, can't you? There we go. That's all done.
Mmm, fantastic, so pretty. What do we think, everybody?
This isn't crusted enough yet, but
We're going to try it, okay?
let's just have a quick go
Okay.
at the back and then.
Yeah.
So all I'm doing is,
Right, so it's not quite, the royal icing is not set enough yet, but what we're going to do is we're just going to paint a little bit of the back of the cake so we don't ruin
Just
the
to
front of the
see.
look of it.
just to see if we can. So Rejuvenator, which is just a high percentage alcohol, which just evaporates really. It's just in order to carry the dust
Mm-hmm.
in there with our
I
luster
put a lot of
colour.
powder in there actually.
I'll just work at the side rather than scooping it all in, Carol, so
Yeah.
don't worry too much.
So,
Is that going to go on okay? Yeah, this is going to go on
Right.
okay, I think. So, all we're
let me
doing,
just,
can you, oh, I've got to be really careful.
yeah.
I'm going to put more in so I've got
Yeah,
more liquid
loosen
on
it
the
up.
brush.
So for those of you who want to pipe, it's as simple as this, but just wait until your drips have set.
This is way too
Soon.
too soon to be doing this.
But we're doing everything we can to show you.
So, oh, see, I'm cutting through it there almost with the brush, but
The main thing is that they know what you're doing. We'll just paint one of them.
yeah.
But basically that's all you're going to do to paint your drips.
Just a bit of alcohol with your dust colour. And see how it just gives it a nice shine as well.
Karen Naylor, great chemistry. Carol, what you're munching on? Macarons. Right. June's asking, can I eat them? Sorry. Right. I won't put you through the suffering anymore, Claire.
Are we done?
You're done. I'm going to make it. Oh, you don't drink tea.
I don't drink tea. But we will have a nice glass of Pepsi after this. Other colas are available. There we go. So it goes on, it gives it a nice shine, but you just need to make sure that your drips have crossed it over at least before you start doing that. And we're done.
Yeah, so we're done. So, is that food mixer down?
Sorry.
Let me see.
There we go.
So everyone, thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you've enjoyed the banter in the kitchen. Claire is great fun. You're not offended by anything I've said? None of that whinging or whining
I'm
moment?
going to slate you on Facebook
So-
later.
Seriously, it is serious, just joking banter. So I hope you enjoyed tonight. She showed you loads of things to do. Do make the macarons, they're absolutely delicious. This is about the third or fourth time Claire's been here making them. I've been to her class. I have to tell you, we've done them with black cherry, which taste amazing. Raspberry ripple, white chocolate and raspberry. All those flavours are great. They're really very strong. We've even done them with the lemon drizzle that's come through.
Lemon drizzle's nice, yeah.
Yeah, they're absolutely lovely. So give it a go. And not only that, she finished finished it off with a beautiful cake. Everything that you see tonight is on the Sugar and Crumbs website, and you can also go to the easy little drop down menu, go to on the top of the page, it's got Facebook Live, wish list, just drop down to this month's Claire Corbett and everything is in there. So I hope you, thank you, have you enjoyed it?
I've had a lovely time.
Do you think we're going to get you back before you have the baby?
Do I want to come back? Yes, I think so, yeah. I think so.
She's wearing a pinny.
I will tell you when you are on holidays.
So we'll try and get Claire back before the baby comes, okay? Because we don't know when we're going to see her again then after that. But otherwise, thank you guys for joining us. So just to remind you a couple of things, we're not here on Thursday, we're back on Monday. We're back with Gwen Powell and the Dragé Kiss. The Dragé Kiss, if you've not seen that, it's an absolutely amazing tool. It's a pearl applicator, so for you people who want to put pearls on your cakes, this is such an easy way to do things. So it's a fabulous piece of kit. Gwen has been in the kitchen before, and also she wants to talk to you about a new group, the Cake Army. So mainly we're going to talk about counterfeits and copies and stuff like that, just to give you a little bit of understanding how small businesses suffer when there's copies out there or counterfeit products on the market. So she's going to come and talk to you about those. There's no Facebook Live for the 2 Thursdays. And then I'm going away on holiday after the 20th, and my daughter Laura will do Facebook Lives. And then we've got a full calendar for February. So there's somebody here every Monday. Do make sure you come. And we've got a special edition on the Sunday the 15th with Valerie and Christina doing a Facebook Live for you too. I think John showed you these wonderful cakes over here, so let's go back to them. So anybody who missed this session, so we've got Valerie and Christina in the kitchen. They're doing a class. There's 18 cupcakes that you're going to take home with you. You can eat them, albeit you won't want to. These were done last year in a class that I went to in July. There was just no way I could eat them. I had to save them. They're so beautiful, aren't they? So I had to save them. And so if you do want to book on that class, it is on the website. So do feel free to come along and join that one. And if you want to pay an instalment, ring the office and we can take part payments. So I'm going to say goodbye from me, Claire, John,
Bye.
Maria.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next Monday.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.